There's a difference in management practices. This is one of my hives after nuke production. And over, last one went out yesterday morning. There's like maybe 4 frames of bees in there. And I think there's about 2.5 frames of brood. That's because this is a red queen, so it's an old queen, so I couldn't like steal the queen with the brood. I have to take the brood and everything and then go and make a nuke out of it, right? So I have to add a queen and everything else. So it couldn't be nothing could be taken from this thing within about the last week, because you could pull it and you weren't guaranteed a queen could be introduced, so it just sat there like that. Most of the rest of my hives are just something else. In the same yard, I have a grandson that picked a hive this year, 7 years old. He picked the right one, because here it is. He took 2 nukes out of this and sold the 2 nukes. And he's got a box full of honey. They've gotten to the point where like they're pulling the frames out all nice new wax. A couple frames they're still light, so I just shuffled them into the center. But like this outside one here, it's getting pretty full. Slowing down on the room. I just checked them. 5 total sheets, both sides, on the frames of brood, even though he's taken 2 nukes out of it, like I said. So I'm putting another honey super on, because if I don't, I'd probably have a little bit of time left, but then these girls will go bye-bye. So he's running in the single. They're only actually in the bottom box. They're only probably covering like 6 or 8 frames, but it's part of what I breed for, right? So this is they're good production hives, so they're moving it up. They're not all concentrated on what the queen's doing, and probably when we took the nukes, we took a lot of young bees. So the older bees are left, they're out foraging. There's enough young bees that's taking care of all the brood down there. But this time of day, in this warm a day, they don't need that many bees in the bottom anyway. So they're all out foraging. Lots of them coming in here. Somebody needs to do some weed whacking, and I think that's me, but I've got a lot of things on the go right now, so I'll get around to it. But anyway, that's the difference. That other red queen there that I showed you, that box, like if I wasn't stealing a nuke from it, I was stealing their brood, right? So that's why they're down so far. But to be honest, that's where most of my hives are. They're just down next to nothing. And we're building. Actually today, out of this yard, I've taken 2 splits out of this yard. So I just leave 4 or 5 frames in the box and take 4 or 5 frames away with 3 frames of brood. But some of it, the one that I was able to split was a queen that had chalk brood. I couldn't pull anything from her, so she's been working, but not great. I just went through the whole thing. No signs of chalk brood anymore, but it's taken this long, since this spring till now, for her to clean that out. I have changed the queen at least once in that hive, and that's what helped to clean it out. The other one I split, I actually had brought here to sell as a single, and someone canceled. So like I sold 20 singles. And of course I picked the best ones to go out first. Anyone that looked a little bit weaker would just stay sitting here until the last person. And actually I think I pulled an extra single just in case something went awry, a queen went missing or something in one, then I'd be able to quickly just go with the other one. Anyway, that one just got up to strength. It was like, do I put a honey super on? Well, no, because my apiary ass has been kicked this year. This was a hard year for us. And if I can get a split, I'll get a split right now. And then all my hives that I have left, a lot of them I just threw the box away and put all the bees in a nuke. But so all the ones that I have left will sit probably till the end of the first week of August, which is usually what I do. And then I'll go around to all the hives and I'll peel out frames of brood, full frames of cap brood. And I might get them in one box, but I might have to go to 2 or 3 boxes to get 5 full frames of cap brood with bees. And then I shake some bees in. That's a split. And that makes a full box of bees in a couple weeks, right? So that's what I do just to get my numbers back up for winter. And then once I'm done that, everything gets a honey box just to keep from swarming, so I can actually have a life in the summer. Anyway, that's where I'm at. That's the difference between how you do things. This hive started off early, started off in good shape, pulled an early nuke. Actually, the first nuke we pulled is sitting right there because Poppy couldn't sell his grandchild's first nuke that he pulled. So, I have the first one. Duambo Parlant has a nuke out of this one. So I put 2 different queens in here. I bought the nuke from him. I sold the nuke out of it. And I don't know. There we are. You got another nuke in there right now. Basically I'm starting with a nuke in this one, but which is good compared to some of my hives. They're pretty bad. A lot of my hives are 2 frames of bees. And I'm just making places to put queens because I got all these boxes here are all full of queens, right? This is one of those triple boxes, right? So I'm using up queens this time of year, but just because I pulled queens out of my hives on the last nukes I sent out, so I'm replacing them. And so right now, actually, a large graph that I did is they're just starting to lay. I looked at one today. They're starting to lay today. So I'm gonna have a bunch of extra queens, but I don't care. They can sit in these boxes because all these boxes are deep frames, right? Here's one that is of that date. We'll just check and see if this one's back and laying, or if she got eaten by a dragonfly, or what happened here. Oh, there she is right there. Yeah, I don't even have her marked yet. I mark everything I have because I want to know the age of them too. She doesn't have a mark because I can see an egg in the cell there, so she probably just started laying today. She wouldn't have laid anything before today, so I know that. This is actually a day earlier than I expect them to start laying, which means when she went out for her mating flight, the weather was perfect. So we got lucky, right? If it would have rained for 2 days, she wouldn't be laying for another 2 days, right? That's the way it is. And if it rained, if it was shitty weather for a week, she'd be another week before she's laying. But anyways, these girls here, I'm actually going to lift this box up, put it on the top, put this box underneath, just so they don't have to travel so far to put their nectar in. They'll fill this top box first. And then when you walk up to it, you just check the top box and see if you have capped honey, right? Anyway, that's the way I do it. Everybody does it different. Some people just stack on top. Probably wouldn't hurt to stack on top. I might save them a millisecond. They don't have to like walk as far. Put the nectar in, right? Anyway, I'm gonna take these two splits to another yard and set them up in a box because they won't be long before they explode. And then one more box to check in this yard, and I don't even know if I'll check it. I know the queen's in there and laying. I may just pop a honey box on, but it's that one way over there. That blue one. Right there. But it's got the super deep frames in it. It's my, I think it's my great-grandfather's box or my grandfather's box that that's in. But I can't split it, can't do anything with it because, well, actually I could. I got one more box like that, so maybe I'll throw a honey super on it for a couple weeks and then I'll split it into the other big box I have. Actually, I have about 4 of those boxes, but I only use 2. Anyway, that's what I'm up to today. And as you can see, when I do nukes, everything ends up a big mess. And then I get to spend the rest of the summer trying to clean it up. Anyway, talk to you.